Hey everyone, my name's Oliver Lavery. Welcome to the July 2011 video VERT alert. So this month we've got a mere 4 bulletins from Microsoft, 4 patches, and only one of them's critical. And everyone liked the format that we did last month so much, we thought we'd do it again this month. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Peter to talk about the critical bulletin this month.
Hi there, I'm Peter Mouse, and I'm here to talk to you about MS11053. This is an attack that uses the Bluetooth stack to potentially cause remote code execution, though Microsoft believes that this is a relatively difficult task to accomplish, so they suspect a denial of service may be more likely in the immediate future. Now, there are no known attacks thus far, and yeah, it's a fairly interesting vulnerability. Since it is via Bluetooth in its attack vector, the attacker must be within essentially 30 feet or line of sight of your desk, so it's fairly easy to determine if you're being compromised by the person hopefully lurking around your desk with a Bluetooth scanner, which runs for about 10K to 30K, so they're not exactly devices easily accessible by the community at large. And there are some interesting ways to mitigate this. The first being disabling your box's ability to broadcast its Bluetooth device and address, which essentially means taking it out of discoverable mode. And you can find this in a checkbox within the Bluetooth options to essentially uncheck the box that says allow Bluetooth devices to connect to this computer. So, as I've already stated, drive-by attacks are considered extremely unlikely just because they need the Bluetooth device's address, essentially, to start this exploit to begin with. We did have one potential issue that might arise when upgrading a Windows 7 device, and that is if you have KB, or rather if you don't have KB 2552343 installed, and you attempt to install this patch by Windows Update, that is MS11053, it will install that KB silently. Then after reboot and your next scan via Windows Update, give you the option to install the patch again. Now the reason why it does this is that it installs that almost preceding KB the first time around silently without telling you. Then on reboot, it will prompt you to install that patch again.
Hey everybody, Tyler Reguly here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about MS11054. It patches 15 vulnerabilities in Win32k.sys. Probably the most interesting thing about this one is the fact that this is the 5th time in 8 months that Microsoft has issued a patch for Win32k. Other than that, it's your standard elevation of privilege, which means that drive-by download may give an attacker user-level access, and they're going to use this to go to the next level and get system access. So, really want to apply patches as soon as possible.
This is James from nCircle's. Today we'll have a look at MS11055. Remote code execution has reported in Microsoft Office Visual 2003. The problem is related to ensure library loading that could let the attacker load the malicious DIL file that has the same name as the normal in the system. Also, as we know, the exploit code has been published on the internet. So as everyone knows, the visual user has high value for the enterprise company. So the attacker can take the same right as the current login user. So if you have Visual 2003 installed on your computer, you need to apply the patch as soon as possible. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Darlene Hibbs. I'm a security research engineer with nCircle for VERT. I'm going to be talking briefly about MS11056. It patches 5 vulnerabilities with client-server runtime subsystems, CSRSS. Since this is a proxy between user mode processes and the kernel, an attacker can use this to elevate their privileges from local to system by running a specially crafted application.